Hi folks, Paul Harris here with you again, and today I'm just going to be looking at the Viral Lead App Plus software, which is a piece of software which I use to produce personalized lead capture pages. I think it's important when you're trying to grow your list, when you're trying to get your offer out there, to stand out a little bit. So many programs have pre-generated lead capture pages, but people get used to seeing them. They become a little bit blind to them because when you're looking at advertising, the same lead capture pages pop up again and again and again. So if you can create personalized individual lead capture pages just for your own offers, they stand out quite nicely in the crowd. So I think it's important to do that. This piece of software I used to give away to my personal mentoring students, so that to help them develop their businesses, but I decided to give it away actually to anybody who signs up to either the Pure Leverage or the Free Marketing Lifestyle under me, so that they can benefit from it. Whether you're in Pure Leverage, whether you're in the Free Marketing Lifestyle, you can use this to tie in with your autoresponder to produce some really great lead capture pages and really make an impact to really grow your business. So let's just have a quick look at the software. Now it is compatible with PC and Mac. I've been running this on a PC. I'm a Windows fan, I'm afraid, and I've run it on Windows 8.1, and I've recently upgraded to Windows 10, and it runs just as well on that. So there should be no compatibility issues with running this software. Now when you load it up for the first time, you get this blue pop-up screen. When you load it for the first time, the only button you'll actually see is the Create New Project. And as you use it to create projects, they will appear here and you can edit them and change them. So we're going to click on Create New Project just for the purposes of this particular demonstration. It just goes away in the background, starts preparing itself, and eventually comes up. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger for you there. So the first page that we get to once we start a new project, it asks you for your site name. So what we're going to do, we're just going to put in, we're going to call it demo page just to demonstrate this. And then once you've done that, you have a series of templates that you can choose from here. Some of them are quite plain and simple, as you can see. Some of them have some nice picture backgrounds. Some of them actually allow you to put a bit of video in. So just for demonstration purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to choose one of these pictures. Let's choose this one here. This particular that particular template here has a picture of a nice car on it. They do vary slightly. Some of them allow you to put in a little bit more text. Some of them will ask for a different opt-in box. Some will allow you to produce an opt-in box asking for first name, last name, email address. Some will just ask for an email address. But they all have slightly different. So play around with them, get a nice picture, something that you actually like, and go on from there. So once we've chosen the picture, we're going to use this sports car. I think that should grab someone's attention. It's a pretty nice looking sports car. Not a colour that I'd choose personally, but it'll still grab some attention. So we click the next button and we bring up the SEO options where it asks for a site title. So we're just going to call it demo page, but you put your own sort of title in here. You just call it whatever you want. Keywords, again, I'm just going to put in demo and page, just typical keyword things that you would actually use, and a description. A demo page to show the software. I'm sure you get the idea. Now you do get these little blue pop-up boxes whenever you click in one of these boxes. This blue pop-up will tell you what you want to put in. But I have noticed one or two of them actually aren't populated, but things like keywords and description, it's fairly obvious, I think, what it actually means. Let's click next again, and then it'll ask us to put in our headline. Now this particular template just needs a headline. It may also have a headline, which would be some bigger text, and then a secondary headline with some smaller text. So let's just try something. The word free usually grabs some attention when you put it into a headline. So we put free software giveaway or something along those lines. That should do nicely. Now when we click next, this is where we get a pop-up which comes up asking you, it tells you that you need Pure Leverage to get autoresponder code. If you already have a free leverage, if you already have a Pure Leverage account, then feel free to continue. Well, anyone that I've given this software to is either a Pure Leverage member or a Free Marketing Lifestyle member. Either way, it works just as well. So we'll just exit from that pop-up. So the type of page it's asking you, it wants an autoresponder. You can just ask it to have a simple button. This will enable you to just put a button in, download now for example, but we can change that to order now or whatever, and we can change the color of the button if we wanted to, and you'll notice that in the preview here on the right that changes straight away, and then we can put a link in here which would be an HTTP link so that somebody could click on there and go straight to a particular page or a particular download or whatever. I mean, I could leave it like that as a button, free software giveaway, download now, click it, it goes away, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to put some autoresponder code in here, because most people are going to be looking to put an autoresponder in here. So if we go to our back office in Pure Leverage or the Free Marketing Lifestyle, I'm not going to show you how to actually make the forms, because there are some great video tutorials within the Pure Leverage or Free Marketing Lifestyle dashboard which show you how to make them. But what we'll actually look at is I've used a couple here. We can just demonstrate what these are like. Basically, this one says first name and email, and this second one, I did want to edit it. I went into edit when I actually wanted to preview it. Just asks for your email address. So we're going to use the first one, which asks for name and email. And if we click on the little button here, which is the HTML, this will bring up the HTML that we need to input this form into our lead capture page. So we simply copy this, go back to our Viral Lead App software, and we paste that code into here. And as we do that, then suddenly we see over here that the form actually appears with a submit button. Now this particular one, you'll notice, doesn't look right. Now the reason for that is this template is set up to receive not a form that's asking for name and email address, but just simply for one that's asking for the email address. So if we go back to Pure Leverage, this particular one here asks for name as well as email address. We don't want that. We want one that just actually asks. We just demonstrate it, just asks for an email address. So we'll get the code for that. We'll copy that, paste it into our piece of software. And that looks a little bit better there. I think we can see that looks a little bit nicer now. So the templates do vary. Some templates will allow you to put in code just asking for email. Some will ask you to put in code asking for name, email. Some will allow you to put in the form which asks for first name, last name and email. So just play around with it, get the one that actually works right for your template. Click on next. Now the options that we actually have here, these will put just a little bit of text at the bottom of the screen on when we actually look at the finished product. I put in here, this is my default stuff, I put in the copyright notice, which is my own. You'll put your own in, and I can link to that, so it will say copyright Paul Harris Marketing at the bottom here, and if it's a clickable link which will go to my particular website, you'd obviously want to put your own website or anything else you use. Terms of use or some terms of service or something that we can actually put in, and I've actually linked to the standard terms of service from the Pure Leverage website, and the privacy policy the same. You don't have to put any of these details in. I think it just looks a little bit more professional if you do. Contact details I tend not to put in, but it is, you can put in a text link that will say contact details, which is clickable, and it could go off to the contact details on your own website or something like that. I personally leave the contact details off, but I put the terms of use and the privacy policy. I think they're quite important, and that's a standard thing I use. We'll click the next button again and it'll tell us success. We've actually produced this web page. What do you want to do now? Well, first of all, we'll preview it in a browser just to make sure it looks right. If we click this button, it will automatically open our web browser and it will show us what the page will actually look like. So there's our picture that we chose as part of our template. The Pure Leverage logo is automatically included. The free software giveaway. This is the text we inputted. You remember we can input whatever we want there. That can say whatever you want. That's your attention grabbing headline. An option to put your email address in and click submit to submit that email, and your autoresponder will pick up that detail straight away. As soon as person puts their email address in and clicks submit, you've got an opt-in. Standard text here, you'll notice we hate spam as much as you do. We will not share your information with anyone. We just want to show you how to collect 100% commissions. You can opt out at any time. So that's fairly standard text, which I think is absolutely necessary. Just reassures people that we take their details seriously. And these are the three links we had at the bottom. This is the copyright notice, the privacy policy, and the terms of use. So it all looks pretty good. If we go back to the software, what should we do with it? So we previewed it. Save the page to a folder on your computer, or delete. Well, we're not going to delete it. We're going to click save to save it to a folder on your computer, and it will automatically just save all the files that you actually need. Pop-up box will come up, standard saving box to enable you to save it to your desktop or to into your documents or anywhere that you particularly want to, and it will save it in a zip file format. I won't actually save that here, but you would just click save to save it somewhere where you can access it, unzip it, upload the files there to your own domain, to your own web hosting via FTP, and you've got it, link to it, and you've got your own lead capture page. So it's a stunning lead capture page. It's got a beautiful picture on it. So you can change the pictures in any way you want. You can edit it and play around with it and do all sorts of different results. Important though to get your own individual message out there. So I hope that helps. I hope you understand how to work the software a little bit better. It's fairly straightforward, fairly easy to use. Produces some great stunning results. I've had a lot of success promoting Pure Leverage and the free marketing lifestyle through lead capture pages that I've produced through here. Play around with it, experiment with it, see which things work for you, and I hope you have fun. I wish you all success with your online endeavours, and I hope to catch up with you all soon. For now,